Alright, next film we're reviewing is MacGruber, and this is the newest and first, I think, in almost 10 years, movie emanating from the Saturday Night Live franchise. Now, to be quite honest with everybody, the Saturday Night Live franchise, to me anyway, has been, hit or miss. It's been balanced. Most people say it's more miss, some people say it's more hits. I just say it's about in between. Saturday Night Live has provided some brilliant films, including Wayne's World, one of my all-time favorite movies, period. As well, because it took just a simple Saturday Night Live skit and turned it into a generation-defining film in terms of that whole, headbanger culture, headbanger slacker culture. Films like Stuart Saves His Family, took the zany, Stuart Smalley self-help, public access guru character and made it into a movie about family issues. The Blues Brothers, well, that movie was just plain fun. Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, how can you go wrong? But either way, there's been some big flops, including It's Pat, which is the funny character by Julia Sweeney on Saturday Night Live. Again, good as a 12-minute skit, not good as an hour-and-a-half movie, especially with the plotline. The Ladies' Man with Tim Meadows. Even when that movie came out, the skit itself was actually kind of dying. And I think they either waited too long, but either way, just not made for an entire movie. Just really unlikable character. Then there was the cult favorite A Night at the Roxbury. I like that movie. A lot of critics did not. Its following has grown over time, did not do well in the box office, but has become a huge hit and is seen constantly on TV. Now, there's MacGruber. MacGruber is, let's just say it's good that Saturday Night Live waited this long. It's not as brilliant as maybe say a film like Wayne's World is, but it's still really funny. MacGruber, as you probably guessed, is a takeoff of MacGyver. That's right, the hit series that Patty and Selma from The Simpsons love. There's star Richard Dean Anderson is being lampooned here by comedian Will Forte, who's one of the few really funny members of the Saturday Night Live cast these days, as he plays, of course, a MacGyver like wannabe, who's a kind of a bumbling idiot, but still somehow manages to be good at what he does by fluke. Kind of like MacGyver, only without the bumbling idiot thing. Now again, the spoof is pretty much ever present, but they have a lot of fun with it. There's some really funny stuff here. And now MacGruber, of course, has retired. But his enemy, who has a really funny name, which I really can't repeat, is played by Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, kind of poking fun at his own acting skills in this film, it seems, as though he's doing. He's someone who never really has taken himself too seriously, and he's really good here as a villain. Of course, the villain is threatening to take over the world with a nuclear warhead, yada yada, threatening to blow it up. And so MacGruber has to come into retirement. Of course, this villain was also responsible for the death of his wife. With the help of Vicky St. Elmo, played by Kristen Wiig, who's always funny in any film she's in, good or bad, and also the straight-laced soldier, played by Ryan Phillippe, who's actually quite comfortable in the comedy, surprisingly. And also joined by a group of wrestlers such as Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, The Great Khali, MVP, Kane, and The Big Show. Now, normally when films involve wrestlers, and anybody who knows me knows how much I love wrestling, they usually suck. Movies with most wrestlers, they just plain suck and are sometimes downright awful and end up making my worst of the year list. Just look at Kane's previous film, See No Evil. However, here they're not played out. They don't drown out the movie with the appeal of the stars of these wrestlers, and they're not overused to a point where we get sick of them, because sometimes wrestlers make good actors on TV but not in movies. And they look like they're having a lot of fun here, but the movie really belongs to Will Forte. He's really good here as MacGruber, and he plays it up as cheesy, stupid, but it's really funny. It's handled in a way that it could have just been unbelievably idiotic, but yet it's the fact that this movie is having fun with what it's doing and not trying to pass itself off as just another dumbass comedy is what makes it work. MacGruber is not great, but it is good. It's enjoyable for any Saturday Night Live fan or any Will Forte or Kristen Wiig fan. So I give MacGruber 3 stars out of 5.